Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing for today's spawning in the south, we have VonAsten as the Soviets. And his loadout is mechanized support, armored assault, and urban defense. Teaming up with him is Jove as the Brits, who has Royal Engineer, mobile assault, and tactical support. In the north, we have Luvnest as Ostheer, and his loadout is Jaeger infantry, Jaeger armor, and elite troops. And then finally we have Momo as OKW, and his loadout is Overwatch, Special Operations, and Elite Armor. So early selection on Armored Assault for VonAsten, trying to get that radio intercept cooking. Knows the lay of the land. Also interesting build from him. Going for just like a one combat engineer start, wants to get the M3 out super rapidly. Usually this would be a little bit of an issue maybe in a 1v1 because you don't have much capping power if you go for this kind of build. But in a 2v2, you know, when your teammate can cap up the other half of the map for you, not going to be such a big issue, and it will allow him to get the M3 out in record time. Interesting build there from VonAsten. As for the ranks of these players, I can't remember exactly. Jove and VonAsten are an arranged team, but I'm not sure what their communication skills are like because Jove's, you know, Russian, VonAsten from the Netherlands, so I'm not sure how good the communication is. Both in top 10 1v1 players. Yeah, that radio intercept going on. Machine gun getting suppression on and forcing back Jove from that right hand flank. Oh, big ambush here. Momo hiding around the corner. M3 has to get out, just going down so rapidly to the small arms. Nicely played by Momo, hiding around the corner, getting the ambush. He was, you know, he knew what was coming. Well prepared for it. Now putting some sandbags down, going to make it hard for VonAsten to dislodge him from here, getting some mines down as well. So the M3 going to have a rough time on that flank. Jove repositioning his machine gun. I'm trying to chip away at these squads behind the heavy cover. Looks like VonAsten maybe going to go for the cutoff or something. We also have a Raketten, early Raketten for Momo coming through the middle. Just kind of well covered on this side now, as well as through the middle, thanks to the Raketten. Looks like the M3 switching sides though. And yeah, it does have the flamethrower upgrading now, but a little bit late. Because of course the... Oh, runs into a squad. A little bit late on the Faust, but still going to go through. Oof. So I think it's probably a pretty good idea for Jove to come... for VonAsten to come over to Jove's side, but... taking a Faust like that straight away, that is brutal. Let's get on top of the cutoff though, so slowing down the Axis fuel. The squad's coming up for another Faust, just needs one more munition. Here it goes, M3 down. So you're coming to the other side, a good idea, you know, gets away from the Raketten and the mines, the small arms blobs, but ultimately getting snared on the way in. Ends up losing it there, unfortunate for VonAsten. I think it was a pretty reasonable idea. Good work from Jove there. Trying to stay out of the reaches of that MG. Allies capping in the middle here. Do seem to be under a little bit of VP pressure already. Drained off 50. Excuse me. Already, like, now we're getting... It's just got nothing to shoot at. There's no universal carrier, no M3. It's luggage. Mechanized HQ coming in from Momo, not really a big surprise. Tier 2 going up for Luvnest. Excuse me, man. 222 coming out from him. Jove going for a reasonably early 5-man upgrade. So if he is going to go for the AEC, that's definitely going to delay him a good chunk of time, that 5-man upgrade. Using a decent amount of fuel. got a squad of engineers as well. Can threaten the snare, hold the line a little bit at the very least. Look at this control on the axis. Overwhelming right now. Double 5-man Tommies behind the heavy cover, very strong. Not getting flushed out. Pioneers also come around the side, threatening maybe a little bit of a cut-off. Disengages after he realised Momo not chasing him with him. Good teamwork there. VonAsten making another play for the cut-off. Mine triggers. But he's going to get the neutralised at least, so good wrestling plays there from VonAsten, going away from the blobs, finding a way to get something useful done. And he did end up going for another squad of combat engineers late in the piece. A little more capping power for him. More flexibility on when to build his tech, of course. And a minesweeper. Since he's been running over so many damn mines, he's going to need one. Oh, he's got a lot of them down still. And swept up now. 2-2-2 out on the flank here. Not much Jove can do. The fact that he's got 92 fuel as well means he's not going to go for the AEC. Would already be in the build queue right now. He's got himself out a 6-pounder instead. Going to try hold the line with that. Oh, close call. Luvnest gets away though. So, the fact that he didn't go for the AC, I mean, I guess he's going for a fast medium tank. A little unusual compared to what we see a lot in these games where you just go for AC, store for crocodile. But looking forward to seeing a fast medium. Don't mean super fast medium, still got the 5-man upgrade first, of course, but still going to be quite quick. Anyway, looks on the field. Do have a Teleba that's, you know, Luvnest mine over here. Oh, 6-pounder in a nice position. 2-2-2 has to back out. I'm also trying to get some shots in from a nice angle away from the 6-pounder. Trench going up as well. That should hold the line against those light vehicles because they tend not to be that effective against units in trenches. When did Luvnest get this mortar? I don't know, but he's got it. Speaking of mortar, mortar pick going up for Jove, covering the central VP. And there goes Luvnest mortar again. Didn't really do too much with it there. Does have the pyrotechnics upgrade on these sections, which does give them a sight bonus. Especially when they're in cover with that, they can see a long way. Luvnest making a play for the VPs. You can see the allies have already drained close to 200 VPs just like 9 minutes into the game. It's looking a little bit grim for them. Oh. Here comes the mortar pit. Oh, gets off to a great start there. Looks doing a good job on the flank, holding that. VonAsten, I don't think he's... he does have one PTRS squad, but it's actually in the middle right now. These squads can't upgrade whilst they're in enemy territory, so should have some good time. Nope. Here comes the T-70 for VonAsten. I'm almost spotting it thanks to this flare. Getting out of there. Base howitzer fire on the far flank. I don't think that's going to hit anything though. He's shooting long range. He's trying to hold the flank, but gets spotted. Has to cancel that mine. Oh, we're getting on top of the mortar pit here, which is not well defended. No incendiary grenade from him yet though. Here come the reinforcements. Yeah, no windows on this side of the building either. Here comes the T-70. Sprinting back with the Jaeger lights though. Try to keep them on the battlefield, not having to retreat those ones. Well, we're still using the med crates. Thought maybe Luvnest would have been a really nice guy, built him a bunker, but wasn't the case. VonAsten actually floating quite a lot of manpower, so is Jove. VonAsten probably needs to get an anti-tank gun. I say that because, you know, he's up against 3 light vehicles, Puma, Lux, and 222. Fighting that off with 1 squad of PTRs, Pinos, and T-Series. That's a tall order. And I imagine he's going to stall for the Ice 2 as well. You know, skip tier 4, go straight for the Ice 2. So it's going to need an AT gun in the process of that long wait. So Luvnest mortar mainly focused on trying to knock out the mortar pit, but the brace standing strong here. Ooh, big hit from T-70 chasing in, but Puma's there to stop it from going down. They both get out. Oh, turn 5 from Jove's mortar. The mortar pit's so close to death, but that was a monster shell. And he's more trying to get out of there, but it was at an awkward point in its firing cycle. Fired off 1 more shell before it ended up retreating, and down it goes as a result of that. And that's the steal for VonAsten, so nice pick off there for him. More base artillery coming in from Jove. This time it's going to be 2 howitzers though, could be a little bit stronger. More shells coming in. Oh, he just has the lockdown on this side of the map. VonAsten just really trying to contest it. Locked out, really. Has finally got himself tier 2, and is this. So going for a maxim now, not a bad idea. Try hold the line a little bit more. Jove, meanwhile, does have the Cromwell in his build queue. That's going to come in at a really nice time. This does have a anti-tank gun, just the one. It could do some real damage, Cromwell. And that's the big thing, you know, Joe's taking this risk. Oh, Telemine goes off. Yikes, that T-70 really didn't get much value this game, barely did any damage. But yeah, that's the thing for Jove. Is this gamble going to pay off? Not going for the AC, getting pummeled by these light vehicles. In the meantime, can he make up all that punishment that he suffered with this early Cromwell? And it's off to a good start. Chasing up the 222 here. Oh, straight away it goes down. He's happy about that. Puma is there trying to help fight it off, but bouncing its first shot. Trying to fight long range, but Jove is bringing up his 6-pounder. Mortar pit now going after this G34 over here. Maxim, oh, getting overwhelmed here. Squad's coming in from so many angles. I think the mine there just saved his machine gun from going down. Lucky break for VonAsten. Doing a bit of repairing and capping at the same time out on that far flank. Ooh, mortar pit actually knocks out the MG34 over there. And we'll almost lose his stern pioneers as well.
We are losing territory.
Cromwell has put down his tier 4. Coming out at a lucky timing. Units don't find it, don't get to do much damage to it. Now covering that cutoff, so it's going to be very hard for the others to harass. Nice positioning on the tier 4 tech there from Momo. Also the early warning systems give this extended line of sight. Provide some nice sight. The Axis out on that flank as well. Oh, rough grenade goes in, but easy dodge from Jove. Jove actually floating a huge amount of manpower right now. Could consider maybe putting down a cache. Because VonAsten doesn't really need the fuel. Jove doesn't really need the fuel either. But munitions could be really nice. So VonAsten can spam those Sternvik planes. With the 222 dead, you know. Just don't have that much AA at the moment. But it's continuing to rain down in the middle, helping the allies hold on, but they do just tick under 200 VPs now. This early on in the match, that is bad news. Really gonna have to fight hard. Okay, well, that's one way to go about it. Another mortar pit going down in the middle. So this is going to be a major no-fly zone for the Axis. If they ever try to capture the central VP, they're going to get bombed like crazy. So that should help the allies hold on to the middle. That is going to occupy a huge chunk of Jove's army, though. 2 mortar pits. Oh, no dodge on rifle grenade this time. Cromwell taking some shots. Going to require repairs for quite some time now. Good assault from VonAsten on this far flank. Easy dodge on that. Incendiary grenade as well. Momo has to get out of there. Was that a booby trap over there? Might have been. It took down a couple combat engineer models. Seconds is coming in for VonAsten. So yeah, he's definitely 100% committed to stalling for the IS-2. Otherwise, you know, he would have spent some of these resources taking up to tier 4. And as this is coming in response to the Brumbier, which is making itself known on that far left flank, but Luvnest playing very cautiously with it. Doesn't want to get maybe rushed by the Cromwell or something and put out of position with no support. Very conservative play with that. Luvnest coming in from all angles here. Missing away all of Jove's team weapons. Jove going for another Tommy squad late in the mix. And they're getting down here. Getting on top of this cutoff. Maybe going to throw in the incendiary grenade. This mortar pit's targeting him though. Oh, and that mother one almost domes his overs in the middle. Ooh. VonAsten's mortar also chipping in their squad. Got the neutralizer, now is to get the hell out. Brumbier coming over this way. Maybe he's thinking about having a go at that mortar pit. There's the AT gun. Okay, that's pulled back to base for Jove, so this mortar pit actually quite vulnerable. The Brumbier here. Luvnest kind of setting up a little bit of an assault here. Momo's here as well. But he actually backs away. Very conservative play with Brumbier so far from Luvnest. Doesn't want to risk losing it, you know. Completely turn the game around against the Axis. Oh man, that pack getting some good hits on the Cromwells. Need to pull back for repairs again. Mortar pit though raining down. I'm just running out of steam here. Mortar pit doing so much damage. Our 6-pounder's finally back up to the front lines. I'm just going to have to get out of there. And still making some trouble out on that far flank, as this is there to protect. In comes a recon plane for Luvnest. And as soon as the mortar pits spot something, they just start bombing it out like crazy. The amount of shells flying is just nutty. I'm just going for a Panzerwerfer. There's a second pit done, 2 kills, not so impressive. The first one is up to 18 though. Been doing well. Oh, recon plane spotting this. And Luvnest going to try attack ground over the tree line. Take full advantage of that. VonAsten, meanwhile, too busy on the far flank. Mass retreat over on that side. He's in trouble. Could lose his Zis here as he retreats. He's chasing. Puts away the sweeper. Then mine might actually come back and bite him. But trying to maximize damage and trying to knock out the Zis, and he does. Quad coming online, but oof. Is that a booby trap there? I'm not sure. Either way. Oh no, he's going to try to recruit right in front of these ogres. That's a risky one. I don't think it's going. Yeah, it doesn't get away. Things going majorly pear-shaped there for VonAsten, losing both his Zis. He's trying to peer and recruit this one though, so at least that one didn't get destroyed. It was. Looks like it was very close to though. Yeah, it is tough trying to micro on both fronts. VonAsten feeling the brunt of it. But this was a good response from VonAsten. You know, he saw that recon plane up from Luvnest. He knows that Momo has gone Overwatch. You know, he's seeing the flares from this commander and the Jaeger lights. So he's got stuff to shoot with his AA. Can't get a tank out yet. Might as well get a quad. It's very good timing for it. So well played. Countering the Axis command as well with that quad. Jove setting up camp on the far right. Squad inside a trench on the VP and a machine gun behind it. He is not losing that one. In fact, the allies have only drained what, like 3 VPs? In recent memory, they've really turned the game around in that respect. These double mortar pits may be in the middle. Helping lock it down. Speaking of, tries to get in there to capture. Has to retreat instantly. And good thing he did. Because there was a lot of mortar shells coming in. So many that he could have actually lost the squad. Okay, Panther now for Momo. Another recon plane coming in for Luvnest. Let's see how long this one lasts though. Well, not quite in range. There it goes. And the plane gets shot down. Almost instantly. Oh, first Werfer barrage? Or second Werfer barrage? Pretty well targeted. Almost got the squad white. Oh, here we go. First big tank engagement. Oh, mortar pit. Going to work on that pack. Oh, what was that? Puma goes down there. But Cromwell in a little bit of trouble. Panther chasing in here. He smoke shells off this on the pack. Firefly trying to hold the line, but Panther gets the long range shot, and now it gets out. Lucky Firefly actually bounces one shell as well. We also got a howitzer from Momo raining down on the mortar pit positions here. Here comes the IS-2, maybe just in the nick of time to help these mortar pits stay alive. Well, he doesn't even bother trying to throw incendiary grenade, just gets out. Meanwhile, on the far flank, Brumbier engaging against all of these penals. Those two in the middle doing the damage. Allies on the drain a little bit here. Oh, stun on the pack from Luvnest, long range. Oof. Panther getting some nice hits. That Panther's off to a great start. Hitting almost every shot I've seen so far. Anyway, Jove losing that. Cromwell did free up a bit of supply in his army. Not sure what he's going to go for next though. I think he can't quite afford a crocodile. Maybe if he you know, has a couple models dead, he could, but
we're losing a capture point.
At the moment it's not really what he could go for, so no hammer, no anvil. Floating a lot of manpower, so clearly he's a little bit indecisive on what he's doing right now. He needs to make a decision quickly. Oh! How he gets the kill there, lucky break.
Capture point is being overrun.
Momo.
The ability is ready
It's like a random retreating squad, you know?
Set up a new forward base.
The trench is gone finally from there. Luvnest has been very, very cautious with this Brumbier so far though, just never overextending with it. Oh, on the planes for VonAsten. So we have a command section finally, tactical support from Jove. Was another squad of engineers for repairs. That's a good idea. He was really lacking, like trying to repair up 2 mortar pits under howitzer fire and his tanks. Very slow going. Good idea from Jove getting another engineer. He did have 2 commanders with crew repairs though for his tanks, so that was also an option.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
One of the planes finally gets shot down. Don't think Momo has activated his anti-air mode. It's just bouncing there. One Raketin goes down. This continues to bounce, unlucky for VonAsten. Oh! Raketin trying to destroy the decrewed one, stop it falling into enemy hands. Now he's missing. Panther. Double packs actually for Luvnest. They are very vulnerable to the double mortar pits. Speaking of, they are under barrage once again from Momo's howitzer. Which hasn't really done too much so far, you know, shooting up brace mortar pits doesn't get you that much veterancy or do that much damage. Got 1 kill, which is a retreating model with the squad wipe. So at least he made that one count. But once again, oh, I think I'm getting shot down, but once again, triple cap on the allies. Trying to turn that around as quickly as they can. Firefly's in a nice position here. So a large side blocker, which is why we're not seeing it shoot. There's 2 pulling back. He's just using tech ground here at the moment.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our
Okay, now Momo calling in sector assault planes on this far left flank. Nice 2 is going to be in the zone for the first pass.
rocket launcher on the field.
Down to half now. Quad shooting down one of the planes. Still the infantry planes are in effect. Panther coming in to follow this up. Quad kind of in the middle, maybe not in range of some of these planes on the far left hand side.
Our territory is falling.
Taking a while to shoot them down. from the mortar pits, but they stand to fight, and here comes the crocodile for Jove. Got a pretty well-rounded composition now. Double packs. Oh, that could be the end of the Firefly. Yeah. Oh, should not be leading the charge with your Firefly like that. Crocodile coming over to shoot at these double packs. Luvnest, no munitions actually for the target weak point. Crocodile either way takes a huge amount of damage to double packs. It's going to be out of action for appears for a very, very long time. So just thumping away, keeping these mortar pits under control, but without sight the scatter is quite large. It's not hitting too many shots on them. Oh, this is a risky one. Elephant is right there. That might even be one shot as well. Oh! Spotting scopes paying off there for Luvnest Elephant, spotting that super long range and getting the kill. So risky, Jove, using that on that low amount of health. Like even the Panther could come over and kill in 2 shots, you know. It was so risky from Jove. Just a bit of a throw, honestly, on his crocodile. Nice whiff for barrage. Almost wipes the penal there.
Field reports indicates the enemy is left with only 75 points.
T-Gun in a nice position to force away the Brumbeer, but the allies, 75 VPs left, they are in a dire situation. Morpits, ooh, also about to go down. Everything falling apart here for Jove. It's been oh, and now maybe one mortar pit going down. Nothing to defend over here right now. Pops the brace. IS-2 coming. Nothing really to fight off the IS-2 nearby either. Will these somehow survive? I don't know. One incendiary grenade. I think we'll finish this one off. Oh, pops the brace. It's ready. The brace is pulled down. Oh, this in a nice position along with the IS-2, forcing away the Panther. Oh man, I didn't realize that brace would cool down that quickly. It was braced during the howitzer fire earlier. Now VonAsten getting desperate, calling the quad in for some action. We're onto the mortar pit. And there we go. One of them is finally gone down.
Emplacement under attack.
Oh, counter firing on the Werfer. Almost kills it too. Man, that's on like such a low amount of health. Nice attempt from VonAsten. Oh, Elephant chases it away. Quad. Just getting control of that far right VP though. Means allies need to do something here. Elephant zoning them out though. Maybe Jove glad. I don't know. What is it? Just throw away that crocodile, man. He did end up building some munitions caches though, as I mentioned. About his teammate and spam those strafes. Could also, you know, get himself a forward observation post. maybe he's not going to do that now. Whilst he saves for another tank. I imagine it's going to be Crocodile since he hasn't got a Firefly at the moment. Oh, Sticky Satchel on the Panther. Deep flank here from Momo, trying to get around the side of the Maxim. So it's going to be successful, and we've got a Goliath coming out to follow that up as well. There's Howitzer fire coming in, but some Boom Bear fire coming the other way. Katyusha coming in from against Mo. Ooh. It's all coming down right now, and he did actually go for a forward assembly. Man, did I just not see this? Pulled in the artillery cover. It's like, what is this circle on the map? Used to be like a big white circle, which is why I was a little bit confused. Artillery cover has been doing some, a little bit of damage. Helping the allies in the middle in a big way. You don't see it too often, but very effective. Goliath now mobilizing into the VP. It's going to be a nasty surprise for VonAsten if he comes out here. Oh, but now a T-34-85 as backup for VonAsten. Ooh! The kill on almost infantry there. Oh, squad down for VonAsten on the other side, combat engineers. Nine kills now from Momo's Howie. Both of those mortar pits have gone down, by the way. Comes another recon plane for Luvnest. Often getting a shot on the T-34-85. Gets out of there. Katyusha into the middle. There's a Stuka dive bomb there briefly. With a returning fire on the Katyusha, but doesn't get the kill. VonAsten hanging in there, locking down that left VP, staying away from the elephant. Oh, that bunker busting barrage, knocking out that Maxim immediately. Nice use of it from Luvnest. Not a bad idea, if you've got something you really want to wipe, just doing like a close range one of those, because you can shoot that from 60 range, I believe. Yeah, much higher. Oh! Some moves over here. Double Panthers against the IS-2, but the Panthers missing their early shots. And in come the planes for VonAsten. VonAsten still shooting at infantry. See the tanks here. IS-2 might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, as this is around the corner. And he decides not to chase. After the Zis narrowly avoids getting hit by it. Probably his side of it thanks to the spotting scopes and the elephant.
Enemy forces are securing
It's such a yeah. Well, it's got just a all-out brawl here for the VPs. Allies have been fighting back nicely, but they're still so vulnerable. Crocodile finally up and doing some damage. immediately running into Luvnest pack on that far flank. Maybe that's going to be the strategy. Oh, nice Katyusha, squad down. For the allies, try to split the heavy tanks, the IS-2 on one side, the Crocodile on the other. And at least in one location, the Elephant's not going to be able to cover the area and help in the engagements. Jove's been using the coordinate fire from this HQ. I imagine it's from the HQ, maybe it's from... no, it must be from the section, right? Dropping down another trench. Oh! Life goes off. I don't know if you got a kill with it though. It doesn't... I can't see any corpses there. Oh, but this one! Yikes. Max him down. T-3485 in jeopardy now. Double Panthers chasing him. IS-2 coming out to save the day. Resist is down. And Momo doesn't chase him. Crocodile switching sides now. Ostheer taking some big hits on the rear.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
And the IS-2 outnumbered 2v1 there. Doesn't really want to fight that one. This in the middle. Just for another one. Well, the double munitions caches are working out. You know, they're
losing a capture point.
helping the allies use their abilities much more frequently. Another Goliath coming out this flank. Katyusha into the middle. Going after the Zis, well evaded by VonAsten. His dodging on those woofers has been on point.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action. The enemy is reduced.
Here comes the IS-2, missing its first shot. Elephant is there to return fire. Crocodile meanwhile roasting on the right hand flank.
We're ready for the arm.
Hasn't really done too much damage though.
Point. They're trying to take it.
Oh! Squad goes down. Looks like it was a penal squad. Dropped both the PTRS. There's Goliath on the far flank. Really cutting into VonAsten's reserves. Elephant just sitting out here proudly. Taunting. Oh! The allies. Over into the middle. Oh, gets the wipe on retreat. Decreases this as well. The allies hang on to the VP thanks to the Crocodile. He smoked off the Elephant as well with that. Thanks to the smoke shell. Elephant coming back in, maybe? Looks like the PTRS is on the other penal squad. It only has one squad of penals left. Could consider going for one more tank. No, he's going to go for another Zis. Fair choice. He's up against two Panthers and a Elephant. I thought maybe he'd go for another medium tank, just try and knock out the Elephant, but this kind of plays a very risky. Looks like he's playing a more conservative style. He's heading out to the far right. Crocodile rotating now. It's going to take a while to get there. Luvnest should be able to gain control of this. Katyusha into the middle. Oh, squad down. Now allies with the triple cap. Axis in a risky spot. Trench goes down, opening up the cap over here. But yeah, the allies have been doing a good job of keeping the Elephant as a bit of a non-factor for the last maybe 10 or so minutes. It really hasn't seen much action at all. Playing very wisely around it. Those two misses shot over there. Double Panthers over here now as well. Crocodile got out. Looks like a bit of an assault from this right hand side from the Axis. Going after the T-3485 first. This isn't a nice spot to shut this down though. A little bit of a traffic jam here. Panther exposing its rear. Oh man, just spinning around on the spot. And it gets out. Second Panther going in though. This is doing a good job holding the line. Oh, some big whiff of rockets. Rumby also getting a white Vet 3 on that. Some more base artillery from Jove. Chusha just into the middle. VPs are stalled here. 53 remaining for the Allies. 134 for the Axis. What out here holding the line as well. Crocodile mobilizing now that the Panthers have all pulled back. He's only had 3 kills on that. I feel like that's been on the field for like 5 minutes or so. He hasn't been up to much. Jove also floating 1,000 manpower. Luvnest is too, but he's at a supply limit and he's also going to put down some caches and whatnot. Jove really has had a problem throughout most of this match actually floating. Very unusual. Oh man, that was scary. The T-3485. Move on to the Zis. Doesn't quite get it. 30 kills on that, man. Keeping it busy. That's the thing. He's been using it very, very frequently. That once he got that Vet 2 bonus, he's been using it basically every time it's cooled down as well. Really exploiting that 40% recharge bonus. Just popping it off like crazy. BP's trading hands again. Guys did go down to 40 though. The clock halted. Howie coming in on the middle as well. Just in a little bit of trouble. A fresh penal squad from VonAsten as well. So it's a little bit more capping infantry. Oh man. That elephant just walloping the IS-2. Could go down here. Panther chasing in. Panther's going after the IS-2. 85 comes in for the ram. One Panther gets stunned. Man, the frames are tanking here. Will he even get a Panther as revenge? I'm not certain. He does. Stuka dive bomb coming on this. Some dodging. Oh, just gets out of there alive. Crocodile now trying to get away as well. That also charged in. Oh, taking a big hit. Target weak point there from Elephant. But the Panther didn't chase in. Attack ground attempt there from Luvnest, I think. Misses the Elephant. He misses the Crocodile and just gets away alive. No, Momo's going in now, maybe. Decides to pull back. Sees the PTRS penals. Artillery cover coming in for Jove now into the middle. Oh, and that's a Comet straight away getting a warm welcome from the Elephant. The spotting scope spotting at long range. Artillery cover in there doing the damage. I don't think the Allies are... I mean, the Axis are too aware of it. Oh, but runs right into double packs. Oh, but they both bounce. Incredible luck for the Comet. Doesn't quite get the kill. Just Jove bringing in everything he possibly can from his HQ.
RE7 Troopers reporting in.
Did it get destroyed? No, he rebuilt it.
The gun is not
Isn't it over here before?
anymore.
I missed it going down, man. He rebuilt it. And he just called in everything. Everything it could. I don't think we can even see it on this bar, actually. It's like a pinning plane. You can shoot at infantry. I don't think we can even see it on that menu here. Yeah, he just pulled out all the stops to try hold the line right there. They do maintain control of the center, but access on both the flanks right now. Oh, double packs in the great position for Luvnest again. I'm in just the right spot every time. Here comes the crocodile. Going after the packs. Risky spot here for Luvnest. Could lose both of these packs. Elephant rotating.
Victory is in our grasp. The enemy has 20.
Once the elephant gets here, you could just stop on a dime and start dishing it out to the crocodile.
We have lost an MG team.
One pack goes down. Crocodile speeds out of there. Just going to get away. Brumbear coming back in though. Oh,
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
what was that? I think it was a Goliath, but I don't know if they hit an enemy squad or not. Over into the middle. No, onto the AT guns. Well avoided by VonAsten. And allies have the control of the VPs. 5 remaining for the allies. And it's stalled again. They've got a nice position over here once again. Trench is overlooking that. Getting some repairs done on the tanks
Enemy
is
unit is ready for
Jove.
action.
Sending his units to the middle now. Axis have also suffered. You know, Luvnest did lose quite a lot as well, but as you can see, about a 25 army size edge to the Axis, and that elephant's just such a nuisance, so hard to avoid on
Squad is ready.
any map really. The spotting scope's giving it crazy sight. Real headache, and Momo's got this flank pretty well locked down with the Goliath. It's going to be hard for VonAsten to get over there. Not shooting long range at these Grenadiers, and maybe if he just gets them neutralized, that'll be enough. Grenadiers have to retreat from the middle. No, they didn't get neutralized in the middle as well. So the drain going against either team right now.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Well, one of these AT guns did end up getting decrewed, and another one getting bunker busted. Spotting scopes, Luvnest using them to their full potential. Alpha hits V3. Panther on the chase on the eyes too, but bounces that shot, decides not to chase. Oh man, Maxim goes down to the Goliath over here. Going after the Zis again, decrews it. Both Zis are decrewed for VonAsten, and he has just taken a pummeling. So this one maybe won't get destroyed. No, that one gets destroyed by the elephant. Can he recrew that one in time? Here comes the crocodile and the comet coming in hot from this right hand side. Panther coming in behind this though.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Comet not up to much though. Takes some damage, pulls back. VonAsten recrewing one of the Zis. Goliath standing there, not quite at the ready though, facing the wrong direction to make a charge forwards. It's quite slow to turn.
Under fire! Enemy armor has our range!
Oh, that's actually Luvnest Panther over there. Interesting. He's also transitioned into a largely mechanized army. Oh, that was what he lost. He lost the Brumbeer to the Comet. Okay. So how's he rebuilding one? Oh, he lost it. I heard an explosion, but I missed it on the... Okay, we went down to the Comet.
We are in a dangerous situation. 100 enemy
There's artillery on the
forces are
central
securing our
sector.
territory.
Allies hanging in there in the... Oh, Comet looking like maybe it's going to come in for a wee bit of a flank on the Elephant here. Jove's charging into the middle, but there's still base artillery going in to that sector. Comet trying to attack ground. Rangeable comes in. Okay. Sends a sweep over this time so it doesn't get completely annihilated. I miss VonAsten's Katyusha going down. Man, I'm missing a lot of things so far. Oh, IS-2 though. Panther chasing in for the kill. Bouncing. Next Katyusha might also go down. Panther on the chase. Bouncing another shot on the IS-2. He's staying in there. Gets the kill on that one. Now going after the Katyusha in base. No sticky satchels, no snares. No prioritized vehicles. Takes care of the quad. He's on a rampage with this. Comet coming now. Is that a fresh Comet? It is. Katyusha, look at that, speeding around the base. Oh, somehow survives. Comet's now not chasing the Panther. Kind of going on an awkward path. Panther's got his rear armor exposed. These Comets could get in there for some big damage. The other one's wounded, can't come to its support. Oh, Momo's spinning it around here. Popping the blitz. Comets, oh, penetrate, get the killing blow. But the Axis getting control of the VPs in amongst all of this. Gonna seal the game. Whew. Action-packed match, that one. Oh, Axis got off to a really strong start. Yeah, light vehicle play was very tough, especially for Jove, you know, not going for the AEC. Had a lot of trouble positioning his AT gun. There's so many like shot blockers on this far right hand side that 222 is a big headache. Same for VonAsten as well. Double light vehicles for Momo. Very strong. And they end up, you know, 200 VPs down like almost immediately. Allies really had to claw their way back in, but couldn't quite get it done. Almost did though. A very impressive performance from them. Nice to see use of the forward assembly. You know, you got a couple of munitions caches down, and then used some of these abilities: artillery cover, the pinning strafe. I think I saw the smoke from this at one point as well. Smoked off this area. So nice from Jove, making good use of the forward observation post. People say that's a dead meme, but Jove showing the strength of it here. The artillery cover was really nice. But overall, just the spotting scopes and the Elephant from Luvnest, too hard for the Allies to overcome. It's just such a big obstacle every game you see it, you know, every high level games, the Elephant with spotting scopes. Very hard to beat. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.